Hello vinyl community, my name is Richard. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you have been here before. I thought I'd do a relatively brief video today. It's been a little while and I do have some new acquisitions. I am working on a video hopefully with some needle drops to incorporate, and I think the first one will be an episode 2 of my finished collection, which I have augmented a bit in the last few weeks thanks to lots of nice recommendations from several out there in response to my first finish music video. But today, just some recent pickups. I hope you will find interesting. It probably mostly goes in the prog way, but not entirely prog, and I don't think all of this you have to be a really hardcore prog fan, if you will, or prog head, or whatever you want to call it. But so with that, I'll just share a couple of recent releases and recent pickups. I will start with the band Black Midi. It's an English band, I believe, from the London area. They recently released an album called Cavalcade. It's on Rough Trade Records. I believe it was dropped in last half of May. I just learned about this band and this album about a week or so ago, and on a Facebook forum for progressive rock fans. Streamed it a bit and thought it was interesting, and then it happened to show up in my local record store, and picked it up. Nice gatefold, really busy cover art here. This is the inside. Lots of different music on this album. Very interesting. It will take me a bit of time to get into all the music and appreciate it all, which is what I like, something that ropes me in, but yet I need to spend some time on it to get into it further and explore it further. The first track on this, John L., really gives me some Captain Beefheart vibes from his Bad Chain Puller album. It does not have quite the Captain Beefheart raspy vocals, if you will, but some of the music, the style of the music, some of the techniques, the kind of bursts of guitar playing, and then to have kind of a bit of an awkward pause, and maybe also a little bit of the style of his vocals in some ways save the raspiness in Captain Beefheart's voice. And then another thing that also kind of ties it into, give me a little bit of Bad Chain Puller vibes, Captain Beefheart vibes, is where it then goes next on track 2, which is called Marlene Dietrich, and they did a nod to the singer from decades ago. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the transition to the song Captain Beefheart has on Bad Chain Puller about Harry and Irene that runs a cafe. This kind of shifts, music shifts around a bit, like Captain Beefheart's music could do. My favorite tune on this album so far probably is one that everybody with bad knees may recognize. It's called Condra Malaysia Patella. But there are a lot more here to be explored. Slow Diamond Staff, Dethroned Hogwash and Boulder Dash, and Ascending Forth, which is indeed kind of a musical theory experimentation. And for those of us that enjoyed the longer track, yeah, you do have some longer tracks here with some nearly 10 minute long tunes, and one inching up just above 20 minutes. Recommend checking it out. I think I think some of you could find it interesting. Then one more LP. I picked up another Jimi Hendrix re-release, also from my local record store, finished off a gift card for my wife. This is Jimi Hendrix Experience, Are You Experienced? Re-release, recent re-release, $20. And I really like the sound of this. I have thought about buying used Jimi Hendrix albums, but I see there seems to be a lot of versions out there, and the price quickly goes up. So I thought this could be a very reasonable alternative, given how good the other one I recently got sounded like it. This was no different. This is not a gatefold, not quite as elaborate maybe as some of the other, one of the other recent Hendrix re-releases, but well worth the $20 or $19.99 if you want to be technical. And then I thought I'd show a few CDs. This is some music that I believe have never been released on vinyl, but I thought I'd share nevertheless. I will start with a Polish band called Fren. That's F-R-E-N. Progressive rock, kind of an older style, somewhat maybe a little bit of a harder side of progressive rock, but not too much so. The album is called Where Do You Want Ghosts to Reside? Old blue and black cover with a pull out in the digipack. You can find this, I believe, in some stores online in the US or in Discogs. I think you can also order straight from the band in Poland, and you can find them on Bandcamp. One way to get there. Another band I thought I'd share, and I have not had much chance to listen to this music. I just got the CD today, but I have heard many good things about it. This is Zopp, Z-O-P-P. I think from what I've read, and also I'll share some other indicators later, a very Canterbury-inspired band, or individual. In some ways, I guess there's one guy that's behind most of this. Seems to also must be a little bit of Swedish influence, because the first tune is called Swedish Love, and then a couple of the songs here has a Swedish title, like Sånger, number 4, which means songs in Swedish and Norwegian and Danish, and maybe another couple languages too. But again, on Digipack, I believe this only comes in the Digipack form. The name of the artist behind most of this is called Ryan Stevenson. I'm not familiar with him, but I suspect maybe some of you out there would be. Again, I've just had a chance to listen to some of it. It sounds very interesting. In his gratitude section on this album, I thought maybe it's interesting sometimes to catch some influences, or I don't know to what degree some of these bands or people have been involved themselves. I think it's mainly influences that he's getting to here, but I do believe maybe he has been involved in the Canterbury scene, maybe back in its heyday. So he mentions Egg, the Swedish band Dungen, which means the landfill, Anekdoten, Frank Zappa, and then for the really more well-known Canterbury bands, National Health, Hatfill in the North, Soft Machine, and then comes Jag är sist, which is a Norwegian band. Translates something into like hunted jazz player. It's really tough to find a term that pops as well in English as it does in Norwegian, but Igor Stravinsky and others mentioned here too, but those are the names that I'm familiar with. Again, read many good things about it. I look forward to listening to it more. We're heading into a weekend that's gonna be really hot. 99 degrees Fahrenheit, or 40 degrees Celsius, exceeds operating temperatures for Norwegians, at least for this Norwegian, by a long shot. So I think that will be a perfect weekend to be in the basement and listen to some music, and hopefully finish my number 2 video of Finnish music, where I hope to talk a little bit more about Tasavallan Presidentti, Maladi, and Samal, and hopefully this weekend I'll get that done with needle drops, and after futzing a little bit more with some software to make that happen too. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye bye.